It had been nearly 13 years since Samira fled the village of Hollow Pine. She never thought she would return. The haunting pines, the whispering winds, the decaying old house that once stood proud at the edge of the woods, they were all memories she'd sealed away tightly, like photos packed in a box she never wanted to open again. But fate has a strange way of turning the past into present. The letter arrived unexpectedly. No return address. Just a smudged stamp and a typewritten message. The house is still waiting.
Come home.
M.
M.
There was only one person who would sign with that letter. Maya. Her twin sister. But Maya was dead. At least, that's what Samira had believed all these years. The train ride to the old village was like rewinding time. Samira stared out the foggy window as fields turned into dense forests. Hollow Pine remained untouched by the modern world. No cell phone signals. No streetlights. Just winding roads and wooden cottages. The air was heavy with moisture and memory. She arrived just as the sun dipped behind the pines, casting long, finger-like shadows across the dirt paths. The cab dropped her off near the gate. There it was, the house. Still standing. Still cold. 2 stories of dark, warped wood. Moss growing along the stones. Broken shutters hanging by rusted hinges. A house time forgot, but memory didn't. As she stepped through the creaking gate, a chill ran up her spine. The door was unlocked. Inside, the house was silent, yet not peaceful. It was the kind of silence that listened. Dust lay thick on every surface. Her footsteps echoed across wooden floors. Everything looked untouched, like it had been waiting just for her. She walked into the drawing room. The old piano still stood in the corner, its keys yellowed. Family portraits lined the walls, but many were turned upside down. One photo remained facing forward, a portrait of Maya and Samira at age 10. Samira moved closer, brushing away the cobwebs. Maya's face in the photo looked blurred. Or was it smudged? Suddenly, the silence broke. A soft thump upstairs. Samira froze. "Hello," she called out, her voice trembling. No reply. She gripped the stair railing and ascended slowly, every step creaking like an old bone. The air grew colder as she reached the top floor. The hallway stretched ahead like a tunnel of memories. Doors lined both sides, one of them slightly ajar. It was Maya's old room. She pushed it open. Everything was untouched. The floral wallpaper, the books on the shelf, the doll on the bed. And then she saw it. A diary, lying open on the desk. She picked it up. The first entry was recent. July 2nd, 2025. Samira is coming. I've been calling her. I think she heard me. Her breath caught in her throat. Maya, she whispered. Another noise behind her, a whisper. Why did you leave me? Samira turned around. The room was empty. She ran downstairs, her heart pounding. She had to get out. But as she reached the front door, it slammed shut.
Locked.
The room grew darker. The air heavier. She felt it then, a presence. Not a ghost, not a shadow, but something watching. She backed away, stumbling into the living room. The fire in the hearth burst into flame on its own. A figure stood across the room.
Tall. Pale.
Long black hair covering its face. Maya? Samira croaked. The figure raised its head. It wasn't Maya. It had no eyes. Just empty, hollow sockets. It stepped forward. Samira screamed. And everything went dark. When Samira opened her eyes, she was lying on the cold wooden floor of the living room. The fire in the hearth had gone out. Her head throbbed, her memories a blur. Had she imagined it? The figure? The locked door? She slowly sat up. Everything looked normal again, but the silence had changed. Now it was heavier, almost expectant. She staggered to the door. Unlocked. The wind howled outside, but something pulled her back in. She couldn't leave. Not yet. Not until she knew the truth. She returned to Maya's room. The diary was still open, more pages filled. July 3rd, 2025. She saw me. But it's not me anymore. It's what's left of me. July 4th. The truth is buried below, where the roots bleed. Samira stared at the words. Where the roots bleed. The cellar. A memory flashed, her and Maya, as children, sneaking into the basement. Her father had forbidden it. He said it was dangerous. But one summer afternoon they went anyway. They found a locked trapdoor hidden under the floorboards. Maya wanted to open it. Samira was too afraid. They fought. And then Maya disappeared. That was the last time she saw her. With shaking hands, Samira went to the cellar door. It groaned as she opened it. Darkness. She grabbed a flashlight from the kitchen and descended the stone steps. Cobwebs clung to her face. The air was thick with mold and something else, iron, like blood. She found the trapdoor exactly where she remembered. This time it was open. Inside was a tunnel. Narrow. Dirt walls. Roots twisted through them like veins. She crawled in. The deeper she went, the colder it became, until she entered a chamber. At the center was a mirror, ancient, cracked. Around it bones, animal, human. And, in the mirror, not her reflection.
But Maya, pale.
Hollow eyes, whispering, "You left me, you forgot me." "No," Samira choked. "I was scared. I didn't know." The mirror rippled. "You can save me," Maya said. "But only if you remember." Suddenly, pain tore through Samira's head. Memories flooded back. Flashes of her and Maya laughing, fighting. The moment Maya fell into the trapdoor. Screaming. Their father pulling Samira away. "You saw nothing. She's gone." He buried it. Buried her. Samira fell to her knees. "I'm sorry." She reached out and touched the mirror. Light exploded. When she woke, she was back in Maya's room.
But now, everything had changed.
The house was clean.
Warm.
The sun shone through the curtains. Laughter echoed downstairs. Samira rushed out. Maya stood in the kitchen.
Alive. Smiling.
"Breakfast?" she asked, like nothing ever happened. Samira wept. She ran to hug her, but her arms went through her. Maya faded. The house faded. And then, she was outside, in the woods, kneeling at a gravestone. Maya A. Hale, 1992 to 2012. The ground below was disturbed. Fresh dirt. Flowers. A final page from the diary fluttered into her lap. "Thank you for remembering. I can rest now." The wind whispered through the pines. The past had released her.